Hello, everybody. Your commish here. Red Sox fan extraordinaire, Mo Money Commish. Enjoying a little Red Sox baseball later on this evening, along with the football game. Should be a nice battle both ways. I like the Red Sox chances. Loving it overall. Week 7. This is Thursday evening. Looking forward to, I'm going to call it kind of a make-or-break week for a lot of teams, myself included. We're starting to have quite a few teams that are going to be either in or out of the playoff picture rather quickly, and I think this is the week where that is determined. Reason why, we have multiple teams that are 1-5, 2-4, a couple 3-3s, and then you have the teams that are 5-1, 4-2 throughout. So I believe, and Scott's one of the big proponents of this, if he loses this week, I think he's going to start selling. I still haven't given up completely due to the fact that I'm playing the final ANSA this week, so it's a guaranteed W, win 3. Dicka still thinks he's Super Bowl champion after one game that he's won this whole year, and furthermore after scoring the 4th least points in the whole league as well. But he's winning the Super Bowl, the Shiva Bowl, the Chris Bowl, whatever we're going to call this thing. So, anyways, let's get into my picks for the week. To update you on record, I am 20-16, scouring above 500 right now. Really making some good moves, some good thoughts, good decisions while I'm picking my teams. And that's going to obviously go right into this week as well. Game 1, final ANSA versus the 40-yard dash. Now that we have a bet going on in this game as well, I'm going to try very hard. Not that I haven't all season, but I'm definitely going to now. I'm taking myself for the following reasons. 1, Steven Jackson does not look like he's going to play again. 4th straight game miss. Who knows? Maybe his leg's done. He's just collecting money from Atlanta right now for doing nothing. Right now he's in the starting lineup, so he's obviously going to have to sub him out, which I don't know. Oh, Jonathan Franklin, maybe he'll play this week for him. Denard Robinson, he's an option. I mean, you have either one. So feel free to put those guys in against me. I'm extremely happy with my trade for Kelvin Johnson. The problem that I was having is I had too many options at wide receiver. I mean, Pierre Garçon, Torrey Smith, Keenan Allen, Vincent Jackson, Andre Johnson, Boykin, Terrence Williams, Robert Woods. What am I going to do with all these people? So why not package up 2 or 3 individuals, trade them away for what's going to be a great draft pick next year, for 1, thank you Derek, and for 2, who is quote-unquote the best wide receiver in the game. You know what, if his ankle or knee or whatever knee is sore for another week, that's fine. I don't even have to play him this week. I'm so deep. So deep. Also have Randall filling in starting this week. My waiver wire pickups will continue to do me good. As of right now, this is projected as the biggest blowout in the league for the week, and I firmly believe it's going to be. So, 40-yard dash with the victory. Number 2, we have a big battle between Team 10 and the Fence Hopper. Believe it or not, Team 10, even though he has Marquise Colston still in, who's on a bye, is favored to win right now overall. As Eric said, really, for Derek Lehman's team, especially with the buys, the Fence Hopper, Adrian Peterson and Aaron Rodgers are just going to have to lead this team strong. Not a lot of overall depth. He did get a little bit more depth via my trade. Of course, if Amendola doesn't play, that doesn't help him. And, Fleener is a hit-or-miss candidate every single week. So, it was a good trade, I think, for both of us, though. Whether anybody thinks so or not. But I am going to take... Oh, and another thing, for Team 10, Cecil Shorts didn't practice today, so he may not even play. Due to the fact that I don't know if Jared's actually going to field the starting lineup, which we'll talk about that at the end of the show here, I'm going to take the Fence Hopper for another win. He will continue to beat Eric in first place in his division. Alright, next game. Speaking of Eric, we have the Vinegar Strokes against Dutch Oven, who Dutch Oven has basically said this is his Super Bowl right now. If he doesn't win, he may be done for this year and start trading away everything, which may not be a bad decision. Eric, I think, is pretty much set where he is right now. Blackman didn't practice today. Not a big deal. They say he's probably going to play. So in all actuality, we're going to have two pretty full-strength teams. As I'm looking at buys, none of these guys would have that big an effect. Projections-wise, Eric's favored by 30. I don't trust or believe anything that has to do with that. As I look at both teams, yeah, this is gonna be the matchup of the week. I just decided as I'm looking. I think I may take Scott in the upset this week, though. There's just a lot of things going his way. You know, Newton plays St. Louis. They don't have a great overall defense. It's kind of hit or miss there. Jordan Cameron against Green Bay, horrible defense there. Demarius Thomas, he's going to be prime time. Manny's going to want to light it up against Indianapolis. He could have a huge game. And Bernard against Detroit, he's going to have a big game, obviously. I don't like a few of the different matchups that Eric has. Ellington against Seattle is going to be a tough one. You know, Blackman I think will do just fine, even though he isn't quite 100%. I'm not sold on Antonio Gates still. And Brandon Jacobs' hamstring's bothering him. Yeah, he still has him in. I think he's going to play, but he's not going to have another 100-plus rushing yard game. I'm going to take Dutch Oven and the upset. Game 4, we have Unnecessary Fisting and Pierce Brosnan. This is going to be the other battle that's going to be extremely close. Two 5-1 teams. Really two teams that I think have been favored by the schedule, just to be absolutely honest. But there are some different things going both of their ways at this point. Other than that, their players are playing very solid. There's some great matchups. You know, Marshall for Andy plays against Washington, which Washington can't cover anybody at this point in their lives. Tony Romo's going against Philly, which also makes Des Bryant against Philly. That's a lot of points. Philly stinks. Their defense stinks overall. Pierce Brosnan, you know, it comes down to the New York Giants, as it has all season for him in some sort of way. Usually one of his players on the Giants, whether it be Cruz, Randall, Myers, people he has on his bench right now, you know, all these different individuals, one of them tends to go off. The Giants are playing Minnesota, not known for their great defense. Nonetheless, I'm picking Andy for the victory. Dustin's going to fall to 5-2, even though he's favored. Game 5, we have I Love Mike Ditka against Duke. And believe it or not, I think I'm going to pick Ditka this week for win number 2. This is a winning streak. 2 games. Few reasons why. Derek's team, Duke, has a ton. If you look at Derek's team, limited practice, DNP, FP. There's just injuries all over the place. The depth is not there for him. Looks like Matthews is still fine since his concussion, so that's good. But we have Edelman, Davis, Green Ellis, Bennett, all with injury problems right now. So if any one of those guys does not pull